Been working on vocals.
Have you?
Yeah. In the spare time.
Tell you what I have been working on. It's Mustache.
I mean,
I actually really like it.
it's pretty strong, dude.
This is the first video that's on YouTube or on the internet outside of Instagram of me without the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's people. I don't know if people on YouTube they don't always they don't translate to Instagram all the time. So I got to put out a video here about with the stash and with the fucking face. I didn't shave, so I'm actually.
So I did because I couldn't let you have the strongest one in the room. I had to trim.
I can
up.
do it too, but it's not gonna be full like that.
You have a decent stash.
It's like I get like a thin one.
Yeah.
You got to keep shaving.
I see my shit comes in blonde.
Comes in what?
My upper, like my mustache is blonde.
Oh, blonde. Yeah.
Blonde.
Yeah, because you have blonde hair.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something way different.
Yeah.
It's not as potent though if it's not like a brown stash.
Yeah.
So I mean, I took the beard off and then I posted the stash video calling Bob on Instagram. And
I
everything.
wish the audio was there.
Bro, the fucking conversation we had was hilarious. Oh. It is fucking funny.
It was like a 40-minute call too.
Bro, I think because whenever I got into my truck, I hit the button and it ended the call. And it ended the screen record.
Yeah.
But it was like 28 minutes to that point. So it's funny as the conversations we were having. You were like, oh, we were going back and forth. The actions I need to do with a mustache to see if I should keep the mustache, because I was going home. Nobody knew I shaved the beard. It was right before vacation, so it was like I'm either gonna keep the stash and go home, or shave it off right there. And Bob was like, dude, keep the stash because it was strong as a motherfucker.
It was. Well, the opening 20 seconds, I was just laughing because I literally thought I was looking at myself, FaceTiming myself. Like I thought I was looking in the fucking mirror because I just did not expect it at all. I'm like, I don't have a fucking dimple in my chin.
No, Bob
I was like, but I'm like
Bob's sitting there, probably a little stoned up.
I was
eating chips, not expecting a FaceTime call from me. And I'm like, because it rang for a few, and I'm like, he's either asleep or he's like right on the cusp. It was right on the cusp. It was a Friday night, though, and I was like, I don't know what time he goes to bed on Fridays because I know you do your big workouts on Saturday. And I was like, if he picks up, he's gonna be like, something's wrong, but it's a FaceTime. I'd call if something was wrong.
Right.
He might be in bed.
But when he picked it up and he just looked, there was that moment of just like looking, and then you're like, oh, it's you. Dude. Fucking funny.
Like I knew it was you calling me, but I just couldn't. It's just I was very high. I was extremely high.
Also during a FaceTime, like it catches you off guard because you're thinking it's you on your FaceTime answering it or something.
Right. That's exactly what was going through my head. Like I was waiting for your picture to come through, and I'm like, that is you, because I see me eating chips in the lower corner.
Then the conversation just kept building. You're like, you need to do this. I need to take my shirt off.
I did say that. I was like, bro, take your shirt off. I was like, then you'll know.
Did you get those reactions?
Oh yeah, dude, they're really bad. SJ cried.
Whoa.
SJ lost it.
Really?
Emmy comes around the corner and she's like, no, Emmy, she don't give a fuck. Nothing. That was one thing. Like, and Hannah just looked at. She's like, why would you do that?
Did it grow on her yet?
She likes the mustache. That was big part Bob. Bob's like, she's gonna like it. Hannah does not like me clean shaven. She's
anti no beard.
Yeah, no, she likes facial hair. Yeah. She likes the scruff like this with the stash, but the stash needs to be super full like it was. Not like the fucking Scotty Fitness. The Scotty Fitness thing is like, that's
not like when she goes to kiss you and
too much. That's too much. No, it needs to be very Tom Selleck-esque.
I keep it just off the corner of my lip so I don't feel it like tuck under. Yeah. I fucking hate that.
Yeah. No, this one stretches across my mouth a little further. I think it needs to be bigger and fuller, but she likes this. However, I do like a clean shaven face.
Yeah.
I do enjoy, I did not have a clean shave with a razor in over 12 years.
Fuck.
Well, I haven't razored my cheeks in 5 years, 6 years.
Really?
I never clean shave.
What's that you got there? Then?
I use my buzzer down to the blade.
Oh, you got a super close buzzer then. That's a really close buzzer.
What do you have?
It's like the one that the barbers have.
Oh, I was just thinking about getting that for the staff. That's why your fucking lips so clean.
Yep.
You got that one. I was looking at them.
And you got to be careful with it because you have to take the guide off.
Yeah, it'll nick
So
you.
like you got to be like super patient with it, but then it gets the fucking stash.
What's your favorite
crisp.
utility for like neck?
Neck? The same thing.
I get
dude.
fucking like I'll go like next day. Depends. Like I might get some scratches.
So I did a deep dive because I like a close shave.
Yeah.
I want to close. Hannah's like, you can't do that every day. I did one and she's like, please do not do that. I'm like, I was thinking, like every other day keeping it clean. And she's like, please don't do that. I'm like, is that too far? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, so once a week I want a clean shave. I like it. Just something new. Like, dude, going in the ocean after a fucking shave, I was like, dude, it's burning my skin. Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Or just in the summer, you're doing all your yard work, you're sweating, you're losing.
Yeah, I just wanted something different. I wanted to see what it feels like. I'm an experienced guy. I'll do anything once except gay stuff. So, gay and retarded's coming back too, by the way, just so we're all aware. It is fucking making a strong comeback.
Yeah.
So I was like looking into it, and then I know you always have a clean upper lip when you shave, and I'm like, I didn't know what you use, but I started looking. It's got to be the barber thing.
It is,
because I was like the one that I use. I'm like, it doesn't line up like that.
Yeah, when I first started growing it out, I asked Dave at the barber shop like what clippers to get, and he's like, hey, you spend the good money, get the good clippers, and that's what I did. But
I got but I was looking because I like the shave. I have sensitive skin, so I don't like the 5-blade razors because it's almost like too close.
Yeah.
It's too close and it causes ingrown hairs. If you're prone to ingrown hairs, you're going to get them. That's why a lot of people don't do a shave. So have you seen the safety razors? It's a 1-blade razor.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're 1-blade razors. They're massive right now. Supply is like I hate saying cheaper, but it's mainstream. It's called Supply. And they do safety razors, and then there's a bunch of other companies that do it. But then I dove into like the higher end stuff, the stuff that like old school barbershops used and things like that. Dude, it's super cool.
Yeah.
So I ordered some stuff. I ordered a single blade razor. It should show up today. And then like nice smelling shaving cream and aftershave. So I want to dabble into it, at least while I have this, because I do like the beard, but I just wanted to switch it up for a little bit.
Nice summer look.
Yeah, it's a different look.
Yeah.
I use the Philips Norelco 1-blade.
Oh, you use a 1-blade.
Yeah, I do use the electric one. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what that is.
Here, pull up this German company called, I think it's Mule, Muhle. I found them. I was searching stuff. Go to their website.
Copy that.
Yeah, this is them.
Oh,
that's their new
premium
stuff right
shit.
There. You get $10 off your first
you?
time buy. I can't remember which one I bought. I think it was just simple, but yeah, that one right there, the black one.
Nice. Looks clean.
Yeah, super nice. But they get some the bristles on the brush. There's all kind of different stuff on the fucking lathering soap and all that stuff. Yeah, really nice. Looks good on the shelf.
Looks risky. No?
I don't know. Again, motherfucker, I haven't shaved my face in 12 years.
Yeah.
I just used a razor on my face, like a regular 5-blade from the store or whatever. And I was like, I want something different. If I want to do it, I want to feel special.
Well, that's why I don't razor my face, because I can't do under here with it.
Oh yeah?
Because I break out from the 5-blade.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Apparently, that's what this thing cuts back on. They have a bunch of advertising. I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know if it's true. I'm going to find out.
Yeah.
I spent about $200 to figure out.
You're gonna hate it.
If I hate it, then fuck you guys.
Do you go for after shower shave?
Yeah.
I know it's like what you're supposed to do, but
Yes.
when I do that, that's when I get ingrown hairs because I'm opened up.
Yeah, you're supposed to be opened up. So there's like there's a way to go about shaving that we kind of neglect. Like that's the cool thing about I've been doing a fuckload of cardio. So like on my long sessions, that's whenever I do my research on things that I care about. So like with this, like there's a way to go about it to open up your pores. Like on this other company, it's called like True Hill, is this super fucking, I put in like luxury shaving stuff and it popped up, and dude, they got soaps on there for like $150. Like a whole lather kit, and it's expensive. So there's actually like an oil that you're supposed to use on your face pre-shave. And it's supposed to open everything up and make the hair super easy to fucking go over. Okay, and then there's a difference, like a straight razor, and then there's another one that's not a straight razor, but it's a straight razor. They're two different names. They don't do the same thing, but they do the same thing. Shave your face. But yeah,
So many.
temperature matters. The hairs, like a badger hair, is what they actually use on the brushes. Go to the brushes.
Badger hair.
Yeah, badger hair for the brushes.
I think I'm allergic.
Might be. Yeah, there they are, the brushes.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, pure badger hair, steamed ash.
Fucking badger.
And then there's synthetic, and then there's something else. Can't remember what the other one is.
What a cool, like, little setup for, like, the vanity station.
That's why I got it.
I
I spent the money on it because I was like, I want a little setup there once a week, pull it out, feel special, you know, like a special jerk-off fest for my face.
Oh my God. I hate shaving. I fucking hate it.
Bro, I have not done it.
Like, it's why I literally shave once a week. Like one time a week, I take the face down because honestly, I just don't have the fucking time or energy to do it more frequent. And then last night we wrapped up dinner and I needed to still take a shower. And I'm like, if I don't shave right now, I'm not going to shave till Sunday.
Yeah.
So like it took the time and yeah.
I hate fucking shaving body. Like, but you got to do like every once in a while reset.
I mean, oh yeah. Well, I shave the entire body before a race.
Oh, so you're going to do it here?
Yeah,
It's
very
like a
soon.
fucking 2-hour thing.
And it's a fucking nightmare. Like
Yeah.
I can't stand it,
I just don't do it anymore.
but I have to. More arrow.
I know that you would think super hairy under this. Shave. Remember that from the other guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Arnie Palmer alert. But no, I don't shave my arms or legs.
I hate doing the legs. The
Don't do
legs
it.
bother me like crazy.
Having back hair is diabolical. I hate it.
Yeah.
Back hair? Yeah, I got a problem.
Mine's patchy.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you got to get
super
someone else
patchy.
to come in.
Yeah, Kim's got to come in. And it's weird. Every time like we go to do, because she helps me get all the areas I can't reach, I always like start to sweat.
Yeah.
And like when you get a little sweat, it's even harder to fucking shave it. And I get all fucking,
Here's
I'm
a
like
question.
irritated. I'm itchy.
Here, even though Kim has seen you at your like worst points, do you still feel a little insecure with her shaving your back at times?
Not anymore.
Used to though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's long gone though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Aiden at his point, if his girl, he's like, hey, shave my back.
She's offering.
Again, she's cool, yeah. I mean, you got to do it regardless.
One of my brothers coming in. I don't give a fuck.
Jake has shaved my ass a many a
Dude.
time. No, I was just curious. Like that was something that I had to get over as well. Like, cause, bro, whenever I was running some serious gear, like, dude, my back would get fucked.
Oh, you're haired out.
I would get like, I got some serious mutants going on back there, and it's like, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
But that was earlier on in my relationship, I guess. Now, several years in, it's a little different, but
Yeah, we've been together over 20 years, so yeah, I don't really give a fuck about anything.
you get my hole too.
Like I could literally shit my pants in front of her, and like
There was
What do you want me to do?
there's a fucking, I can't remember the reel I got stuck into that had something like that. The guy was talking about, he's like, yeah, shit my pants this week. Or shit my pants. He's like, you know, you've done it a couple times. It just happens. Like he was super like nonchalant but sincere about it.
Yeah.
It was the funniest shit I saw.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good. Yeah, shaved. I know. I'm probably going to come in tomorrow clean shaven.
Yeah.
I keep the stash, but I'll be clean shaven. Yeah. I do need to get that to clean up the stash though, because I got to be able to get close around the edges.
I need a new one. Like mine's like it's at the end of its life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably 5 years old.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I keep getting hit. Like it's funny that you brought up all the shaving gear and stuff. I've been getting hit with an ad for this set of like scrubbers for the shower. Like there's these like rubber. They're like really cool looking, and it gets mounted like on the wall in the bathroom. And there's like this one thing for like your back, and then this other little rubber thing for like your face and an exfoliator. And then there's like a little mirror in there. I'm like, I don't have a big enough shower to have that.
I was just gonna say I'd like a bigger shower because I love things that make me clean.
Yeah, but it's like really a whole set, and like I've been getting hit long enough. I'm gonna pull the trigger sooner or later. As soon as the 15% off code comes up, I'm probably gonna lock in. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'm big on cleanliness things. I like them. I like soaps, deodorants, scrubbers. Love exfoliating the skin.
Silicone scrub.
Yeah, that's what these are. They're silicone scrubbers.
I don't know what that is.
It's good to not like hold
bacteria.
Yeah, and like fucking grime. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Nice. I might have to look into that then.
Yeah. I've been getting hit with a ton of like new stuff. It's all new.
Ooh, that's cool.
Isn't it crazy we're still coming out with new stuff? Like as a humanity?
I don't think it's ever going to stop.
I know, but like how is everyone still creative? Like you still got a fucking idea?
My next little gadget I saw on TikTok, this is bad, but like I like to watch TikTok and scroll reels while I'm doing cardio.
Yeah.
So like, but when you're doing cardio, you can't hold on. You gotta fucking get your sweat in.
Yeah.
So they have like a little clicker you can wirelessly connect to your phone, and you guys put my phone on the fucking treadmill and walk and have a clicker in my hand.
Hey, that's a great idea.
And you click and it scrolls.
Get the fuck out of here.
Where have we gone?
That is incredible. God. That's huge.
TikTok shop. I might grab one.
Yeah, grab us all one.
Grab us all one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a cardio
company
hack.
Card.
Yeah, that's a
write-off. Efficiency.
We like to be fit. We're a supplement company.
Yeah.
And, we're just doing research and development.
Speaking of gadgets, we just got a gadget at the house too. Kim's draining her sink all fucked up.
Yeah.
I was plunging it, nothing. Fucking locked up. And they say not to put Drano down because we have a fucking septic system, all that bullshit. Yeah, sure. So we need to snake it. Mm-hmm. So we got hit with an ad because we were talking about it for fucking 3 weeks. Yep. The Drain Weasel. So the Drain Weasel literally came in yesterday.
I had the Drain Snake.
Yeah, this is a Drain Weasel. So it has like a rotating handle. So it goes in and goes. Hey, it fucking swept it clean.
Really? How long was it?
They're like this long.
Was it orange?
It's orange.
Yeah, I got those at my house.
It has like a handle on the end.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'm very familiar with snaking drains.
Yeah.
Just because I live with Hannah.
Yeah.
Hannah's hair is out of fucking control.
It's enough hair for 4 households.
It makes your dog hair
nothing
look mediocre.
Yeah.
We ruin vacuums, drains, and I have 3 women in the house, so drains are always an issue. But yeah, those things are super cool. I have packs of them in my storage.
It comes with additional rods. Like you just toss them.
Yeah, and then you got the top that you reattach.
Yeah, it's so cool. And then, because like Kim's like, oh, I want to see this, and like I put it down in. She's like, oh my god, it really. I'm like, yeah. Drain Weasel.
So I just graduated into taking apart plumbing and getting a real fucking snake.
Yeah.
Because we call people to come to the house, and they don't come. Or they'll come and do one job, and then they'll be like, oh, I'll be back to finish it, and never come back.
Yeah.
And then just charge me for the one part. And I'm like, Jesus, can you please complete a task? But they did one task. They just didn't do the full job. It's notorious. It is fucking crazy that it happens as much as it does.
Bro, it was the same when we were at the farm.
I'm like,
I
dude,
couldn't get anyone to come to my fucking
it's
house.
crazy. It's ludicrous, but it is out of the way, quote unquote. I'm like, then charge me extra.
Yeah.
Just throw an extra 10% on and shut the fuck up.
Driving fee, I'm totally okay with that.
I'm fine with it. Like the septic company, they did that. They were like, hey, you're outside of our zone. There's an extra driving fee. And I'm like, perfect. What is it? Oh, it's $100. Wonderful. Put it on the extra bill. And she's like, you're good with that? I'm like, I don't care. Just come do the job.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I just went to home because those drain wheels are at Home Depot and stuff too. If you
Nice. If I need a refill.
I had to buy the big one, the 25-footer.
Oh, yeah, to go all the way.
All the way through the drain. So I got the big one that's, you can attach a drill to it.
Yeah.
Or you can do it by hand. And I mean, it's a big giant crank. The snake itself is like a half inch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was big. It was big. It was fucking, yeah.
Yeah, I had to do a drain issue on our shower a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take it apart.
Pulled a fucking whole hair sausage
Oh yeah.
out of there.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like literally a hair sausage.
It freaks me out.
And I've seen these before. Like when I worked at Gold's Gym.
I've seen these things before.
When I was the sales director at Gold's Gym, I also had to take care of the bathrooms.
Oh my God.
That's just what they do there. But the women's locker room was always a fucking disaster with drains.
Bitches.
So me and the GM at the time went in. He's like, hey, dude, we got to do all the drains today. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, this job sucks. The one drain, dude, we pulled out like a 6.5 foot hair sausage. Like it was as dense as thick as the drain was from top to bottom, and it smelled like fucking perm solution and hair product and like
Funk.
Bro, it was one of the nastiest things. Like I'd rather shovel shit than pull that out of a fucking drain.
So the first time years and years ago that I had to snake a drain, I didn't realize that gunked up detergent and bullshit over time smells horrendous.
Oh yeah.
Like it's very gag-esque. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
It's gross.
Yeah. It's fascinating.
I can't do like fucking random people's hair. Like it's just gross. You know, like when you're swimming in a public pool or something, you swim up and get one.
Yeah, that sucks.
Fucking gross.
Yeah.
There's some people that are really into that stuff.
I'll puke.
You wouldn't like swimming at the Greensburg YMCA then.
No, or the public wave pool.
You're always like,
Oh fuck. No.
Good. You got a strong immune system, boy.
oh yeah, dude, I could swim in a fucking sewer, be just fine.
That's nuts. Like Andy Dufresne from Shawshank Redemption.
Dude, goddamn.
A great fucking movie.
Oh, man. Well, good times. Man, we've been talking about hair and shaving, and it's a good morning, everybody. Welcome to the HWMF podcast. I'm your host, Seth Feroce. Here's my heterosexual life mate, Bob.
Hello.
And our esteemed young colleague, Mr. Aiden.
What's up?
It's a good day.
It is.
We have been fucking busy as shit.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm starting to breathe. I feel like I'm starting to breathe.
Yeah.
We had the AAR release.
We did.
It was tremendous. It was awesome. Wearing the hybrid shorts.
Me too.
The shirt, I still got it. The shorts are my favorite. And then after that, I went on vacation. And when I went on vacation, we were down in Florida in Naples. It was gorgeous. Very old community.
Yeah.
We didn't really know where to go on vacation. And we were like, we know that it's going to be nice in Naples.
Yeah.
It's guaranteed it's going to be nice. So we went. It was beautiful. A little older, though. Next time we might go somewhere a little more family-oriented, but we got to do research, and you got to start now because I'm super indecisive and can't pick shit.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to take you about a year to
It's
line
going
it
to take
up.
me a year. Came back, we released Brown Sugar Cinnamon Toaster Pastry Farmfed, which that was 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago from today, and we are literally almost sold out of it, which is kind of scary. People really like breakfast stuff is what we've learned.
Yes.
And also, first-timers for a lot of the FarmFed videos. First-timers. Got a lot of people being like, holy fuck, and I'm like, it's us.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun filming that video. I think that was, I still think peanut butter and honey reigns supreme.
Yeah. The initial one,
the first one,
and I love the restock one we did.
The peanut picker of the year.
That one was really good too.
Yeah,
It's a good flavor, dude.
yeah, but Farmfed videos are just a blast.
It's funny, like going back to the first one, like it is soup. They're all cringy. That's why they're as funny as they are. But the first one, like, it's not like we were trying to film it in a shitty way. It was just filmed in a shitty way.
We were just
like,
filming it. We were just yeah. No, I think we had people at SJ's on his baseball team. They just started following me. Like they found out that I own Axe and Sledge, and then they look it up and they're like, oh, like, but they never made like a big deal about anything. They were like, oh, this and that. But they saw the video. They started following me, and they saw the video, and they're like, dude, what in the fuck was that? And I'm like, that's our Farmfed videos. We do them for anytime we do an LTO Farmfed or something, like we do a new release with it. And they were like, we were dying. I'm like, you got to see the peanut butter honey one. I was like, so Hannah sent it to the one mom, and they were fucking losing it. But I think those are my favorite thing to film here.
100%.
Yeah, they're funny. I got hit with, because I think it was like the anniversary of it when we did the Big Melons video. It came up on my feed. I was like, man, that was one of the first like
skits,
higher end skits we did.
Yeah.
Like actually had some, script to it and some planning to it. That one was hilarious.
Yeah, dude, that was, and it just kind of, it continues. Like that when we didn't even plan in the script of you like unbuttoning your shirt in each scene and looking like a porn director. And it just like happened on site.
Every time it cut back to me, I'd be one button down.
More and more.
To the point that it was just open.
It was awesome. Oh, yeah, that was a fucking riot. That was awesome. But yeah, that one is, again, big flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Big flavor right now people are freaking out about because we don't have it in stock was the sweet cream cold brew.
Oh yeah,
bring that one. It's coming in August.
I get so many messages about it.
Yeah, and then after that we had the 4th of July, and then Dead Golf Guy. I think that's my number one grind flavor right now.
It's Kim's number one.
Oh really?
She's been drinking it every morning. She's like, this is the most refreshing grind flavor I've ever had.
I don't do it in the morning. I do it in the afternoon because I like to have 2 flavors of everything open in the house at all times. I can't do one. I was saying this the other day. People that only open one protein, if you drink protein, you have 2 flavors in your house. I don't know if there's anybody that only keeps one protein jug in their house that isn't on like a strict budget.
Yeah.
If you're on a strict budget, yeah, and usually you do something safe. But me, I'm like 2. 2 has always been the thing. So it's like I'm a vanilla guy, but then I like to make sure I run through things, even though we have it. So I am big on orange sherbet and Dead Golf Guy. Orange sherbet or deadlifts and gummy bears is usually a morning flavor, and then Dead Golf Guy in the evenings now.
Yeah,
because it's refreshing. It's like an end of day treat for me. Yeah, but then we did the 4th of July sale, which was massive. We're still going through a shitload of orders, so please be patient, everybody. But that was whenever SJ informed me that he likes strawberry better than anything that we've ever done. Little bastard. It
is unreal.
He's a hoot. But yeah, it was good. It was nuts. Tons of shit occurring. So thank you guys for all the support. Make sure that whenever you guys are purchasing anything, you use an athlete discount code. You guys take advantage of all the cool shit that we do as a company. It is much appreciated across everything that we do. It's awesome. Good times, but busier than a motherfucker.
No rest.
That's what I mean. Like I wanted to go through it because like during that whole time, like it takes everybody at the company to plan everything. And then at the same time, right now, we're planning and designing everything for October and Black Friday. Like that is we're doing all this crazy shit and all the marketing, but also internally we're planning everything for 5 months from now.
Yeah, apparel, supplements, accessories, fucking everything.
And I think it's for a lot of people. But what I was saying this morning with you and Shane even was, with all these things going on, we haven't taken a breath.
No.
and it's like it feels like weight is on your chest.
Kind of like it that way though.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting at, was for a lot of people in their life, like that are pushing
You have to have that.
You have to have that.
If you get fucking that breath too long and start chilling out, oh well, you lost the flow. I need to be under that pressure.
That's kind of what I was getting at, because we sit here and say we haven't taken a breath, but it's good you need a breath every now and then, but if you breathe too many times, you kind of get comfortable.
Just swim up and get a breath.
It is, and it's super overwhelming at times. So it's like at what is that happy medium? Like, where is it? When do you take that breath? How do you take it? Because a lot of people, it's not only that, but also in my life, like I got 3 kids. Yeah. Hannah and I, it's our relationship gets strained. Your relationship gets strained. You're training for an Ironman. You got an Ironman a fucking, 10 days from now. Yeah. You leave on Tuesday. We've done all this stuff and we're planning everything for Black Friday. Life is fucking intense. And not often, like, not also like an attaboy type of guy. We're not giving out attaboys left and right because it's our job, it's our standard, it's what we're pushing for. We're not good at saying, hey, good job for doing your job. Like, that's not how I operate. The expectations are to get your fucking job done in my world. Like, that's just how I've always operated. So it's very intense and it's overwhelming, and it can play tricks on your mind because of how busy you are. Before you know it, you're like, fuck, dude, it's July 10th. It was just July 1st like a couple days ago.
It was just June 1st a couple days ago.
Yeah. So, but that's that breath and that maybe that attaboy. Mm-hmm. That, hey, you're doing good, dude. Everything's doing good, but we got to keep fucking working. Mm-hmm. It's this crazy game of leveling up in life. It's very difficult.
Yeah, and I feel like it does get the hardest right before it's hitting or it's completed. Like when you really want that breath, it's right before you're on the brink of like finishing the project or coming up with the great idea. And then that's when like I think, okay, quick breath, right back into it. Because like that's what I've noticed with my training. Like when I get extremely overwhelmed with it all and my body's smoked, my mind's smoked, I feel 10 days out. I feel that's where I'm at,
Yeah, it's a good point. It's everybody has different things of it in life. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people like to make it out that they're doing more than they're doing, to seem busy. But then when you get around busy people, it's like, oh, this is tense. Mm-hmm. This is tense. You can feel it. There's a vibration from it. And even though like it's just part of it. And I don't think that it's ever going to be, I've gotten better at it over the years. But it's never going to be like easy. Mm-hmm. There's always going to be a new struggle. There's always going to be something, a different way to handle this, or especially whenever we're growing like we are, like people, relationships, internal and external, how you handle that, personnel. Like it is, bro, it's tough. And I think that everybody deals with it in some way, shape, and form in their life whenever they're going after anything, whether it's training, their career, both, looking better, feeling better, fucking better. How do I get better? And usually when you're getting better at work or getting better at training, your relationship with your significant other is taking a back seat. Mm-hmm. It's like, can I just do it all good? Nope. You'll never do it all good.
Nope.
Motherfucker. And then somehow something will happen and then you'll feel bad for yourself and you'll put yourself in a rut.
Yep.
It is crazy how that occurs.
Yeah.
Quickly too.
It's a vicious cycle.
It truly is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's any different for anyone else though. Mm-mm. Like I think all these feelings are very normal in that sense. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Like if you're striving for things?
Yeah, I think they're pretty mutual if you're striving for things, but I don't think necessarily a lot of people push to the level that we do with certain things. Mm. I don't think they know what it even feels like to get it there. And it's no slight. I just think it's if you haven't been around the people that do push you like that, or you've never had a coach or a mentor or a boss that pushed you to that level, like it was just like, that's okay the way you did it, good job. Instead of like, no, I don't like it, redo it. Like if you never had that, I don't think a lot of people even know what that feels like to work at that level.
That's a good point.
You know, because I notice it, I put myself in check with some of those things. Like I relate everything back to my workouts, and not so much work, because work is just my life, and working out and training is a passion of mine. It's not my life. It's a passion of mine. I compare everything to it though, because I can go do the run workout that's prescribed to me and get it done. Or I could execute it exactly how I was fucking told to do it. It doesn't mean like I have to try really hard at it or run a certain pace or do the pacing. I just have to execute the plan how it was. 20-minute easy warm-up. Didn't say fucking sprint 20 minutes. Then 5 minutes at Ironman pace. Then 2 minutes recovery. If I'm skipping all of those things and I'm just doing it to get it done because I was strapped for time this morning, like I noticed it happening this morning. I was rushing every part of the workout just to get it done. And I'm like, well, no, that's not the plan. The plan was to execute it like this. And I think about these things a lot because there's this video that I watch over and over on YouTube when I'm training. And it's just like this motivational speaker, and there's clips of Ironman stuff going on, and it's just extremely motivating for me. And what he's touching on the entire fucking time is like how you execute certain things in your life. Like these are like elementary level comparisons and analogies, but they make the most fucking sense. Like if you go and wash your car and you're done washing your car and you dry it off and it's all dry and there's a spot that you fucking missed, you're like, oh, I'll get that next week. Or do you get all the shit back out again and fucking clean that spot? If you got to wipe this fucking table down, do you take all the things off of it and then wipe it down and then put the things back? Or did you dust around them and half-ass it? And sorry, I'm like really excited about this because I'm like,
you're not wrong.
I've been really thinking about these things, and because I get so many questions of like, how do you train for an Ironman and run a company and the company's growing and you're getting faster at your races, like, and everything is improving. I don't ever just check a fucking box just to check it, ever. No. Like never. No. Don't do and do I feel like a psychopath sometimes because of that? Fuck yeah, dude. But I know no one else is doing it that way. That's why I'm different. That's why you're different. That's why this fucking company is different.
Yes.
We don't ever put anything on the back burner. It's always priority.
I have a problem with just checking a box.
Yes.
I have a big problem with it. Mm-hmm. And like you said, those elementary things, people aren't taught that because the adults that were teaching people are still human beings, and they might have not been taught that way. That's how a downgrade occurs within societies, within standards, within everything. Mm-hmm. Like, I got my ass ripped for doing what you just said. Mm-hmm. I watched my mother move things when she was cleaning. Yep. And then whenever I was sweeping my dad's shop, same thing. You're going to move these to sweep and clean. Mm-hmm. Not every time, because it takes a lot of time to do so. Mm-hmm. But in this area, you do that once a week here. Yep. You do this once this time here. And it was explained to me. And then whenever I didn't do it because I was cutting corners and I tried to argue my way out of it, I was told that's how we do things. Mm-hmm. It's a standard. And you can apply it to anything in life, like you said. Because you're still a human being. You said it. Even though you know that, you just say you watch it repeatedly. Yep. And then this morning you tried to rush. Yep. But you caught yourself. Mm-hmm. You're still a human being. It still happens. Mm-hmm. And I think it's something that we just need to be able to be self-aware enough to catch yourself. Yeah. But then also back off so that you can execute at a high level. Yes. Because around every corner, somehow, for some reason, we, as human beings, sometimes don't want to do the work. Mm-hmm. And actually, it's most of the time. Because it's somehow what we've become. Mm-hmm. And it's tough. But I think that, like you said, you can't check a box. And we have a problem with that here of like, no, that's not how we're going to operate. Don't you fucking do it. And internally, you and I are big on that because we're like, hey, whenever we started the company, whenever we started All American Roughneck, neither one of us were checking fucking boxes.
No.
We've done every job at this company, and we never check boxes, so that's a standard. No one's allowed to check boxes here. It's just the environment. And whenever you get into things, you're held to a different standard because we want to see people succeed. Because if I give you an attaboy or a good job for doing the lowest level thing, then it's like, what's going to happen when you do something really good? Because you're going to be pushed to do something incredible. So it's super tough to manage those things and feel that, because at the same time, it's like, I'm so excited just that we're here. Absolutely. I wake up, I'm like, this is nuts. But then at the same time, I'm like, you got a lot of fucking work to do, bud. I have 3 beautiful, happy, healthy children. I wake up every day and I'm like, man, I'm a good dad. I'm good at being a good job. You have kids, you're supposed to be a good dad.
Yeah.
You're supposed to. But no, you need to also be a dad and raise the kids. That means that you're going to have to challenge them, especially whenever they're under your roof, and have guidance from you, because eventually they leave the house and have to become their own human being and their own grown up and take care of themselves. So it's like it's another cycle, another challenge in life. And guess what? I'm not perfect. I'm not. There's days whenever I'm doing something, I'm like, I don't want to do it this way. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to eat ice cream tonight. Don't you eat ice cream? You're going to fuck your gut up, and then you're going to be mad at yourself tomorrow morning. It's worth it right now. How many times have we all done those things?
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, but it's like keeping yourself in check, and that's the part where it's like that balance between discipline of knowing and being on your program, and then being like, I really just want to eat fucking ice cream. It's tough.
It is.
Plays mental games.
It does
on me.
I think too. It's like it's a momentum thing with it. You know, like if you start to half-ass just little things in your life and throughout your day, then it goes into the bigger thing, and then it goes into your career, then it goes into working out, it goes into how you speak to your wife when you get home, it goes into the time that you're taking with the kids, but you're not really present. Like, I took a half hour with them. Well, you kind of did. Like, you were there, but like you weren't there, you know? And like, I find like if you build momentum with doing things the right way and the hard way, it does get easier. And then the hardest part about it is then you're living up to your own internal standard, and it makes looking at everything and everyone else a little bit harder if they're not to your standard, quote unquote. Yes. But I think that's where, if you're in a position of leadership, I think that's where you need to use that to your advantage for your team and show them the way. You know, like, yes, you did a really good job on that, but this is what you could have done better, and you should do it better because your name's attached to it. It's going on our label. It's going on our website. It's going out in front of the entire fucking world. So be proud of it.
And people love it.
And people love it. Look what all you guys listening right now, you guys rave about. Like, you guys notice how cool a label is, like we do. Not just like how good the product tastes or performs. You're like, man, really great label. That means everything to us.
Yes.
And that's not just me working on it. I work on a large percentage of our labels, not everything. I work on to a certain point, and then the team takes it and puts it out there for you guys.
That's the other big thing, the team. Team.
And it's just, I don't know. It's exhausting. It is. It's very, very tiring to perform and to work at that level, but I don't know why would you waste your time on anything else but that?
You know what? You just did a really good job of eloquently saying all of this stuff in a way that we've never said before. You just explained what we are in the acronym HWMF. Instead of saying hard working motherfucker, you just did it in a very eloquent, nice way. And because that's what it is. How you do anything is how you do everything. That's why that saying exists.
Yeah.
That's why saying how you handle situations, how you do anything is how you do everything. You know, and that standard of life is exhausting because people are questioning how in the fuck you're doing what you're doing, Bob. How do you do what you do? I don't know, Bill. I just do it. And Bill's like, I'm trying to do it, and I just can't do it. Well, it's because you're not actually applying your full self. Mm-hmm. You're not being your best version, and you know it deep down. You want to convince yourself that you are, but in reality, you are not. You need to try and be the best employee you can be. Do what your job is to the fucking nth degree where your boss, it will literally be amazing. Like he won't be able to not recognize it. That's a task in itself. And you want to come home and tell your wife how great you did at your job and get the attaboy. But maybe she had a bad day.
Right.
And she doesn't want to hear about how fucking great you are at your job because she just had a day that was not good for her. And here you are gloating about you. Whenever it's like, okay, even though that you did a great job, whenever you come home, I want you to be the best husband you can be. And that means when you see your wife when you get home, you show her love and care. The love that you have for her, you show it to her. Babe, it's so good to see you. Give her a kiss, slap on the ass, say, I love that ass. And then say, how was your day, babe? And she's going to say, not too good. And then you're going to say, do you want to talk about it? And then if she wants to talk about it, that means you listen. You don't tell her what to do, you listen. And you listen and you go through it and she says this and then you're like, do you want me to help with this? Do you want me to give you some advice? Or because I know sometimes it's just you just need to get it off your chest.
Yeah.
I just need to get it off my chest, Bill. All right, babe, I love you. Give her another tap. You know, I love that ass. I'm going to look at it later. And then you go do something else. Maybe you needed to clean something at your house, cut the grass, do something. Whatever it is, you go do that to the nth degree. Mm-hmm. You just stacked those things together, and there was no attaboy involved. Mm-hmm. There was no good jobs. You get to hold that and know that you are phenomenal in life. You're caring, you're hardworking, and you just showed to yourself that you're capable of doing it. And guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to sit there and go get a shower and be like, whew, that was a wild one.
I do it every day.
We do it every day. And guess what? There's a lot of days that I'm not that good. Mm-hmm. A lot of the time it fails at home. Mm-hmm. And it fails with Hannah. A lot of the time it fails with my kids. Here, I'm on motherfuckers here. Mm-hmm. I am always on people here. Because I care about this company to the degree of like just a little too much. You care too much at times. And then I go home and I just, all the angst and the intensity comes home with me. And then guess what? Hannah's usually the one that looks at me and says, how was your day? It was really intense. Okay. Well, it's good to see you. SJ can't wait to play with you. And then I hear him coming running around the corner, and it brightens me up. Mm-hmm. But on days it was a little too intense and he wants me to do something, I say, I need to calm down for a minute, bud. I just need like some time to myself. Whenever, maybe I could have took an extra 20 minutes taking a long drive home.
Yeah.
So some days I do that so that I'm a better dad when I get home. Could have shortened the time period I would have with them, but it's going to be better quality time there. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. Being a hardworking motherfucker, that's what it means. And like you just so wonderfully put, like it's exhausting.
Yeah.
But it is possible to do. And I'm telling you right now, whenever you handle yourself like that, it rubs off on the people around you.
Yeah.
It rubs off on your significant other. It rubs off on your kids, your coworkers. Everyone around you picks up on it because they're like, ooh. And guess what? Your kids, they pay attention to everything that you're doing. So if you come home and they know that mom was having a hard day, and when you came home, you brightened up her fucking day, your kids see that shit. Because my kids tell me that I'm a better dad with Hannah. I'm a better person. I'm nicer. I'm happier than I was. Like it's real. So they recognize it. They see it. Make no mistake about it. What that does, being a hardworking motherfucker, paying attention to everything that you do to that level, has an impact like no other. And it's a lot. It beats you up. It gets you emotional some days because you're like, I don't know if I can keep doing this, dude. I don't know if I can keep doing this. My God, I want to lose my shit. And some days, guess what, dude? You're going to lose your shit. Yep. It'll be a scary explosion. But also talking to your significant other, but making sure it's the right time to speak at about certain subjects. And I personally was not good at that in years past, and I've gotten much better about it now. But it's intense. It's hard too.
It is.
But worth it. Worth it. Yeah. Yeah. I just think from the beginning of June, actually no, from the beginning of May to now has been an absolute whirlwind in my head, in my life.
Oh, yeah.
And this company. Because it went from the Pittsburgh started it all.
Yeah, we just talked about it yesterday.
Hasn't stopped since the Pittsburgh.
It was a major turning point for us as a company.
It was a major turning point, I feel, internally.
Yes.
Yep.
Because it was the one thing whenever everybody here saw all of their hard work happen together. And they were there to kind of feel it together too. And see what it's like to be at an expo, what it's like to see their hard work. Because that's my big thing is like it's a team, dude. We have a lot of people working here to be a team. No one person could do this. If one person could do it, I never would have had a Bob. So it's like if I needed a Bob out of the gate, and I recognized that, then it's also recognizable to need other people in other departments, and working together, not just saying, I have the most important department at this company. No, you don't, bud. No, you don't. Because this company can't operate without this department and this department. And you can't do everything. You know how I know that? Because I would do it all if I could, because I'm such a dickhead. But I recognize out of the gate, there's no way I could do something cool without a Bob. To have an impact. To be able to put out content and to be able to show people my mind and what happens on certain things, and then realize that it wasn't just my mind. It's us. It's everybody. The content that you do, the sales team, the athletes, the everybody. Like the athletes coming in now are like, hey, this is you guys got something here that's unique. Yeah. I really like this. Special. It's I'm very proud of it. I'm so proud of what we're doing and so proud of the team. It's incredible. Everything's cool. Look how this is cool. This stuff's cool. It is. And all I do is say it'd be cool if it looked cool. And then you make it cool. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And then it gets handed off to somebody else to finalize things and do that. It's fun. And guess what? The holidays are going to be even fucking crazier because we got some fucking bangers. The holidays are going to be fucking wild.
I'd say this is the most intense planning has been for the holiday season yet.
Oh, it's going to be cool. I like it. Even though some days my face looks like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what we do need to do, though? Whenever you get back, we need to go to the track. So,
yeah,
YouTube videos. I need to track my mile. Need to do a mile. Because today I'm supposed to train legs and deadlift. So I'm going to do legs and I'm going to do some deadlifts. Not legs like bodybuilding style. It's more strength training. But I want to test my mile because I did a half a mile in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. That was my best half mile, and I was all out.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you just multiply that by times 2, that's my mile.
I wish it worked that way, but yes.
Doesn't work that way.
It does not.
Does not. But I want to do it. I need to do it under 7 minutes, and I think that I can do it under 7 minutes right now.
Yeah.
I think I'm better. I think I'm better at the running portion in that regard than I am at the strength training at that level.
Yeah. Wait till you get on a track too. It's way different.
Is it better or worse?
Better.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's less impact. You have a bounce to your stride. Like, it's awesome. I ran on a track this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I haven't ran on a track yet this year.
Ooh.
I literally haven't done a track workout, and my intervals were very, like, it made sense to do it on a perfect quarter-mile loop. So we went over behind Greensburg Elementary, by the high school there. Decent track.
Nice track.
Not the main stadium. There's like one right behind there, and there was no one there. 0 people there. We had the track to ourselves. It was fucking awesome.
I like that.
But yeah, running a track, it's way different because, like, I don't know. Just, you know what the quarter mile is. You know where your finish is at. Like, it's just, and then the bounce of an all-weather track is fucking awesome.
I have not ran on one since probably very long time.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I noticed this morning, like, Kim is nearly as fast as me. Really? In the shorter intervals, yes. Like, she can't hold them as long as I can, but, like, I couldn't catch her on some of these 400s this morning. I just, yeah. Granted, like,
how fast are you running a 400?
Me or her?
Is she sprinting?
I mean, it's...
how is it like a very, 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 very fast pace, not a sprint, but fast pace?
You're at 80%. So not all out, but, like...
You're fucking moving.
You're at threshold.
Because, like, a 75% sprint is a running pace.
Yeah, I think she was hitting... well, her 800, she was hitting at, like, 310. Oh. So her 400s... Well, my 400s were at 130. Or no, mine were at 120. Hers were at 130.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's fast as fuck.
Yeah.
That's fast.
Yeah. And
what do you think you'd go all out?
For a mile?
No, 400.
400, I could probably do it around a minute. Probably around a minute.
Oh, that's fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. On a track, yep, a minute.
Man, I got to go to a track. We're going to a track.
Yeah.
Do a track.
It's awesome.
I'll go to a track.
It just looks like, I don't know, you feel like cool.
You feel like an athlete?
I feel like I should be out here.
But you are truly an athlete.
It's kind of crazy to say. I think I am in that realm now.
You've done 15 fucking Ironmans.
So I just took this into realization as well. Like, I don't know why I didn't think of it this way. Like, yeah, I didn't complete Ironman Texas, but I'm going to be doing 3 full distance Ironmans this year.
I know.
I just didn't, I haven't really put it together.
Yeah. No, it's a lot.
Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Yes.
It's like sex in the woods. Intense.
Yeah, pretty comparable. Yeah.
Because you do it intense.
Yeah. Aiden's like, fuck, dude. What the fuck?
You fucking dad. Oh, fuck. So I was thinking of you because Fuad on the bro chat, he had a great question, which I did. So I did the questions last night.
Yeah.
For today.
Yeah.
So we can answer some of the questions.
Great.
Yeah. But he mentioned, he was like, hey, he's like, do you guys think, because we were talking about who would be faster, me or Ian right now? Because Ian's a fucking sprinter, track athlete. He is.
I didn't know that.
He and I are very similar in the fact that big bodybuilding, like he's much bigger than I am, very, very intense training. But then like he is athletic. Like, and I was pretty athletic growing up as well. Football, wrestling. I could play sports. I have, a decent vertical. Not anymore. I'm fucking 40, but years ago.
Yeah.
And they were like, who do you think would be faster? And I was like, and Ian's not training for anything like that right now. And Mike was like, he's like, when was the last time you did like a 75% sprint, Seth? And I was like, last week. And he's like, Seth's faster. And I was like, so we just based on that, because dude, if you think you can all of a sudden sprint out of nowhere in a race, bro, you have to. My warm up is, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Because
same.
Oh, you have to. I pulled a hamstring whenever I ran. I did a mile, but then I was like, oh, I'm going to sprint. I didn't warm up enough for it. I didn't stretch enough for it. I was just, I don't know, not prepared.
I had 38 minutes of work this morning before my intervals.
I believe it.
Between running, my warm up, I do a dynamic warm up, I do striders. Like
I warm up my shoulder, neck, and upper back before I run now.
Yeah. If I have the extra time to foam roll before too,
for sure,
to activate the glutes and the hamstrings and the calves, and
being older, well, I'll get into that here in a second too. But being older you have to do that. But anyway, what I was getting at was he asked a question. He's like, "Do you think that you could have made it through Bud's training?" Because Fuad's also a fucking animal.
Yeah,
like, that dude's a fucking psychopath. He's a savage. He's doing better if anybody hasn't seen. He's somehow...
Was he in the gym? Like he was curling dumbbells.
Motherfucker, like 3 weeks ago is on life support. Literally life support. And now he's like, can't wait to get back to training. I'm like, oh my God, like you are... everybody has that if you're like that, you just got it in you. Yeah. Like, I can't wait to start doing shit. Fuck you. And it's like, oh my God. Calm down, you just had neck surgery. But anyway, he's like, do you think you would have made it through Bud's training? And like, I was like, I fucking love the experience and the intensity of all styles of training. Before I got into bodybuilding in high school, like I loved doing athletic training, like just playing sports and just being intense. So of course that's a thought as you get into bodybuilding and you see other people do things in CrossFit and functional training and all that, and you're like, I could have fucking did that too. You know, like you just, because if you're a professional bodybuilder, in your head, you believe you can do anything. Because you overcame and did something that not everybody gets to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, in my head, yes. In my head, I think that like, I fucking absolutely, I could have completed that. But then you go through what the training actually is. And like, I think that I could have handled like, that level of fuck you that was necessary. I think I could have handled the running. I think I could have handled the stress. But the one that I do not think I would have made it, and why I would not make it, is the water. I don't think I would have survived the water. I think that's what would have broke me, because I've never done it, and I still have anxiety in the water. I don't know if me being in the water that much could have helped me get over that.
Right.
I don't know. But everything else, I'm like, yeah, I think I could have handled all the intense training. I think I could have handled all that. I might be wrong in my head. I think I could, but I've never been in that situation, so I don't know. But with my mentality, I think I could have, but I don't think I would have been able to do the water. I think that's the drowning portion, the swimming. I get anxiety in the in the water, and you're going in the ocean in San Diego. Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's funny because like I think the same way I could handle, I think, everything except like the actual strength side of it. Like I'm very good with endurance. I can go all day. I can tax my mind to a level like no other. Yeah, I'm comfortable as fuck in the water.
Yeah.
Like I could literally be out in the ocean for fucking hours and be okay. I know I could. But I know the one thing that I lack is the overall just muscular strength to do certain body weight things, to have to be able to carry something a certain amount of distance. So
with that, I'm a big Josh Bridges fan. Like,
yeah,
I'm getting in better shape. My goal is to go do a collaboration with him for like numerous days.
Be super cool.
I am a big fan, like spirit animal-esque, just because of he's also like it seems like he's a great family man and all this. So it's like I enjoy that. But anyways, it got me thinking of him and then some of his programs he sells, and then also like I was like, what is the protocol? What is the training necessary? Because he has programs preparing young men for that. Like that's what he sells in his programming. Yeah. And I'm like, man, that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
I might want to just buy one to do one to see if I can do it.
I want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. because I love the functional, and I have my own way of doing my own functional training that I really enjoy, that's gotten me into the best shape of my life, to the point where I'm running with a 100-pound sandbag up my driveway. Like, I didn't follow anybody's program. It's just me tinkering with things, figuring it out. Like, how the fuck am I able to run up my driveway with a 100-pound sandbag on my back? That's impressive. And I don't know shit about fuck.
Right.
I'm just doing it to experience it. But anyway, apparently you have to run 4 miles in 26 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is not easy to do.
Yeah.
But it's 6-minute miles.
Yeah.
I can't string that together out of the gate. And then there's a pull-up thing, and then like also the strength thing. But it's not like, there's no way to test your strength of carrying logs for miles. Right. But the swimming, and then in this thing that I saw, I can't remember where the fuck it was. It was on Instagram, but they were saying people that are much better, like they can run faster and they can swim faster than this. But with all the studies over all of the people that have gone through BUD/S, there is a range for the most success. The people that run, you should be training to run within this and swim within this. People that swim faster than this, the 1,000 meters with fins, people that swim faster than this and here tend to be more prone to injury. So over the years with all their applicants, they noticed they have documentation of everything, all the data on these people.
Yeah.
So they're saying that the people that run faster here and swim faster here are more prone to injury throughout BUD/S training, not just in the water, but throughout the training itself.
Sure, yeah.
So it's like that balance of strength, endurance on land and in the water. There is a ratio that they had. And I'm like, man, how fascinating is that? So even people that can swim like crazy, like you were just saying, you're like, I'd fail in the strength portion. You might get injured. Because it's not like, hey, you need to have proper body mechanics when you're carrying the fucking boat. No, you're carrying a fucking boat, pussy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, and if I'm swimming at a level above this 60% here, that's like well-rounded. If I'm swimming faster than them, it doesn't mean that I'm in better shape necessarily. It means I'm able to work harder in that portion of it, which then is going to make me prone to injury in all the other aspects.
Well, I didn't use the word well-rounded.
Because like I compare myself to Kim with everything, because Kim takes the time to do the strength work, to do the mobility work, to do the PT work, and that's where I'm lacking. And I know it's why she's getting stronger in certain aspects.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
maybe you could quit your job.
Yeah. Maybe.
You don't have. That's the part you don't have time for, like legitimately.
No.
But it's a good point. It's a solid point that if you're going into BUD/S training, you don't really have a job. That is your job. So you have to do all those things. You can't do BUD/S training and have full-time job.
No.
It's not. You can't be in BUD/S and no, that's your job. You're training to be a Navy SEAL. Like you're an asset to the fucking United States military.
Yeah.
But I just found it, like whenever he brought that up, I was like, man, that's something you think about. Can you make it through? And, being 40 years old, I reflect upon my entire life and I'm like, I could have did this. And I'm like, I did some really incredible things. But now getting into the functional style of training, that's why I'm like, I want to deadlift fucking 600 pounds, 500 comfortably any day of the week. Just, yank it. I'm good. And then be able to bang out pull-ups, push-ups, squat 315 for sets of 20 and run a sub 7-minute mile. But like I said, I think I can run. I think I'm going to hit 620 on a mile. I think that's going to be 620 to 630 is where I think I'm going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I think running with like a pacer, you definitely could.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've never...
Because like you'll always run your fastest with someone that can run a little faster than you and can just keep you like in that zone. Because like when you're running with someone, like you're not gonna not run with them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Hannah, I haven't ran since vacation, so it's been a couple weeks, but I'm doing all my long cardio sessions, and I'm doing a lot more driveway workouts. When we were on vacation, the first day I was fresh. First day, Hannah and I like to run on vacations together, and she's like, "I want to run with you." I'm like, "Hey, I'm in pretty good shape right now." And she's like, "Okay," because we've always ran together, and she wasn't in really good shape. dude, we're running. And she's like, hey, dude, you need to slow down. I'm like, I'm sorry. I was like, this is the pace that I'm pretty good at right now. And she's like, I want to stick with you. I'm like, okay. So we had, you know, a little bit of distance between us, not a lot.
Yeah.
But then, like, I just could keep going. And so we ran like 1.5 miles, and then we stopped and walked for a little bit. And she's like, hey, she's like, when the fuck did you get in this good a shape? And I'm like, I was like, it just kind of happened. She's like, dude, she's like, how much faster could you run? I'm like, I was like, I could pick up right now.
Yeah.
And she's like, good Lord. So like, she's like, just run without me. I'm like, babe, I was like, I'm not leaving you. I'm not doing that. So we ran another mile and then ran back. And when we got back, she's like, I'm so mad right now. I'm like, oh no, fuck. This was supposed to be a good time.
Yeah,
babe.
right.
Like together. And then so now, you know, I ran more that day, and then the next days I enjoy running in Florida. Love the heat. But anyway, so right now she's running 4 days a week. 4 days a week she's running. Like last night I got home and we had to go to SJ's sign him up for football. And I got home because I wanted to get something to eat. And then I'm like, hey, I was like, where's mom at? And they're like, she's running. So I come home and I was like, how far did you run? She's like, I ran the loop. And I'm like, babe, I was like, that's dangerous loop. I was like, did you run that hill too? Because there's that fucking massive hill on there. And she's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, fuck. I was like,
sucks.
You want to beat me?
Yeah.
I'm like, so now I'm nervous because that bitch can run like a gazelle.
Yeah. Because
she doesn't smoke. She doesn't do anything bad to her lungs. When she's in shape, dude, she gets it. So
it's funny too. Like I've been choosing to do most of my runs outside, like over the last few weeks, and it makes such a huge difference. Like I'm in way better shape because of it. And a lot of times, I mean, Kim takes care of more of the shit with our house and our life. So like, she's more of a time constraint when we're training on a Saturday, because like she'll want to get done sooner so she can get the house cleaned up, get lunch ready, because we just didn't eat for 7 hours and all that shit. So she'll usually do her run on the treadmill or on the gravel trail, just because it's easier or less impact. So she was coming back on Saturday from the trail. She rode out there. I just got done my indoor bike, and then we crossed paths as she was coming up the driveway. She's like, where are you going? I was like, I'm going down out of our plan to do my run. And she's like, oh, okay, like 30 minutes. I was like, no, I got 10 miles off the bike. She's like, dude, like you can't do that out there. And I'm like, yes, I can. I was like, I have to do it out there. I was like, I have a race in 2 fucking weeks. So I went out and did it, and like I crushed it. And we then went out and ran together out in that same area, and she couldn't keep up. Like we run similar times on the treadmill, but then when we're out in the hills, it's a different story. And it's just because I choose to go do the harder version every time. You have to.
You have to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
You're right there, running with someone. Mm-hmm. You have to. If you run with somebody, it's in somebody that's better than you.
Yes.
Yeah. Ty's getting mighty thick.
Yeah. You are my friend.
Yeah, speaking of that, look at the post I just put on.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I just glanced real quick.
60 pounds ago.
Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It goes into being dedicated to the process, you know, and then finding out what works for you and learning it and going through it all. Like, it's a process.
As the mental part of it, like, as I've talked to you about, like, it fucks with me, like, how I look right now, because, like, everybody wants to stay lean and stuff. And, like, it makes, when I look at how I look now compared to then, it makes me feel like I'm being less disciplined. But, like, the thing is, it's like, nothing has changed other than I have a different goal right now.
It's still goal oriented. That's what people get lost. They get lost of. That's why people don't have real off seasons.
Yeah,
they're not able to stay on top of what, because it's uncomfortable.
very.
It's uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. It's hard to stay on task when you're very uncomfortable. And the goal is not getting leaner. Like, it's not satisfying to look at yourself and be like, look at this fucking fat.
Yeah.
But that's the reality of it. It's the reality of it. Man. All right. Well, Ty showed up. Do you want to? We'll do some Ty questions, and then we'll finish with some of the questions I got on this on the Instagram thing I posted. We good with that? I don't know what Ty's going to say. Aiden, you said you had something too. So
you want to go first?
I mean, we can pull up that video.
Yeah, pull up the video. Fuck it. Let's
Video
go. This will, and then Ty can say
to
something.
give some context, one of our athletes with Axe and Sledge, Gianna, she just competed. She's bikini. And she's catching some flack on the internet here.
Because she's posting a ton, so she's catching some traction. Like pretty girl, in shape, young, but also looks freaky. She's fucking peeled. Big on TikTok. She got big TikTok following. Yeah. This fucking tool. So here, I look at him. He just fucking
for help because you're malnourished. Diet culture has brainwashed us into thinking that the more shredded you are, the healthier you are. In reality, that physique is extremely unhealthy. If you're a woman, you should not have a six-pack. In order to support hormone production, fertility, and long-term health, women need a higher body fat percentage than men do. Sure, having a six-pack might look impressive, but it's not a flex if your period's gone and you have no energy. The do it tired mindset is great if the fatigue you're dealing with is just mental laziness. But in cases like this, you need to listen to your body.
The fuck?
He fucking sucks.
Side note, I have a period.
Well, so this guy, it's obviously like the rage bait cucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get it. But the thing is, and whenever they sent this to me, I was like, I really hope and then I saw there's a lot of comments on it. So I go into the comments and I'm like, here we go. Cause I hate this fucking tool already.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's see what the comments say. Cause she's competing in a bodybuilding show, you ass bag, and you know it. You just did it for a rage bait thing. Yeah. You know she's competing. You know she's a competitor. Listen, motherfucker, nobody gets into bodybuilding to be healthy. Okay? It's fucking what we're obsessed with. Nobody that is in bodybuilding is like, I'm gonna try and be the most healthy person on the planet. If I did that, I'd be you in a fucking I'm gonna lay off of that guy. I'm not. I'm bodybuilding because I fucking love it. There's something inside of me that just screams fucking, I like a shit. I want to do something extravagant. I want to do something intense that makes me feel a way that is so unique, that so very few people achieve it, that it is just, does something to me I can't explain. I love it. And then he goes and makes a fucking rage bait video like this. He knows she's competing. He's just a fucking clout chasing tool. But like, I go to the comments and I'm like, I really hope they're not on this dude's side. They weren't.
They weren't.
No, they were like, she's a competitor.
Yeah.
At no point in time did she say, I want to be the healthiest person in the world.
I was just
because at the same time, Gianna's she's intelligent. She's going after a goal that's super unique. She is a coach, a tremendous coach that gives great advice for lifestyle people and for competitors. Because in competition, nobody gives a fuck about anything but the stage. It's a show. Mm-hmm. On stage, that's the other thing with these fucking dudes like him that make these videos, that like, dude, nobody on stage is like, excuse me, sir, what is your split? Is it upper, lower? Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're managing your fatigue. No, dude, they don't give a fuck. They're like, dude, you're out of shape. You're not in shape enough. Go talk to Tyler Mannion about competitions, and he'll be like, doesn't matter, dude. How do you look? Dude, you don't look good from the front. Actually, your legs are incredibly weak. You have a wide waist, and you did not diet hard enough. You need to suffer. No, that's the fucking gig. It's bodybuilding. So I'm glad that the comments were just fucking roasting this guy, saying, dude, she's a competitive influencer. She's a competitor. And she is an influencer. But whenever you're competing, like if there are other young females out there that want to compete as well, nobody's being like, excuse me, I would like to be the healthiest competitor. Okay, good. I can do that for you. I can make you the healthiest competitor. You're going to fucking lose. Okay? That's how it works. Nobody fucking cares. Hey, dude, you know what? I didn't take any orals for my competition. Yeah, we can tell. You look like shit. I didn't take any T3. Yeah, again, it shows you have fat on your lower back. What the fuck do you want me to say? This is competition, dude. Nobody gives a fuck. It's a bodybuilding show. People pay money to see the freaks. So I only take 600 milligrams of testosterone. Cool fucking story, dickhead. That's also why you didn't win. And nobody gives a fuck about you. If you're going to be a competitor, you sign the fucking dotted line to be a competitor. End of fucking story. You fucking people that are like this will never do it. And you're like, because I want to be healthy. Great, then go talk health somewhere else, fuck nuts. That's how this works. I didn't sign up and eat fucking Anadrols because I'm like, I'm going to lie about this now. I don't take Anadrols. No, bitch, I love Anadrols. Well, my blood pressure shows it. That's how this fucking works. That's how it works. And fucking shit like this pisses me off to no end because it's like, dude, this is just, what do we, you know what? I won a NASCAR race going, in my NASCAR races, I only go 100 miles an hour. That's why you place dead last, because you're a pussy and you didn't fucking go the distance. Nobody watches a NASCAR race to go 100 miles an hour. They want the fucking juice, dude. Yeah. The Isle of Man, that fucking motorcycle race, that's the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like they said on there how many fucking dudes died there, racers, and I'm like, and people still go. Are they retarded? No, they're just fucking crazy. It is the craziest thing on the planet still. I'm like, you guys are nuts. Yes, they are. Guess what I'm going to do? Watch it.
Yeah.
That's how this works. And it's like, and it's crazy that it happens because the fitness space is so vast and there's so many new people going into it. And everybody knows they get what he's saying. Like, it's unhealthy, but at the same time, maybe give a little context of who you're talking about. Mm-hmm. You should be like, this is a competitor. Obviously, she's not focused on her health. But women, make sure that you understand that this is not what it's like to make sure that you're focusing on your health. This is a goal. This is a competition. This is the level that this young woman is pushing herself to. That'd be a little different. You give context, but he's not going for context. That's why it was just that tool rage bait thing that they do nowadays. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't like him. And he's probably going to be like, I don't like him.
I think he was speaking about people trying to compete too early, but I think he was maybe hitting at her.
So I've been seeing a lot of influencers that are also competitors in bodybuilding. I've been seeing them lose, and pretty badly. Still awesome. They got on stage. They look absolutely fantastic. But once they get up and step up to this level of competition like nationals, they get smacked. Now, what I think that's attributed to is their coaches not being honest with them, like brutally honest, and telling them that they're not ready. They have a bunch of people around them that are telling them that they look great, but your coach is the one person that you want to be brutally honest with you, and that's how my coach is. I haven't even competed yet. I'm coming up on 2 weeks out from my first competition, and I'm looking at the NPC universe and nationals and everything, and I'm like, hey, how do I stack up? He's like, you're not there, bud. We got work to do. Let's win the first competition, and we're going to have to fucking grow if we want to compete. That's what you need to hear.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, but at the same time, I'm not in that, like, certain levels of coaching. Like, there's also levels of coaching, not just levels of competitors. There's levels of coaching as well. Like, I wouldn't say you can put it all on the coach, because the competitor, guess how you can get your fucking point across to a competitor that believes they're more special than they are? Go compete, motherfucker. Go feel it. And also, you can't take away, because he hasn't even competed, so he can't even speak on this level. Hey, bud, you also need the experience. You also need to step on that stage and see what it feels like. Because just because you think that you are going to look good because you're in shape 3 days before the show, a million things can go wrong from Wednesday to Friday night or Wednesday to Saturday. And guess what? Experience matters. So if someone's already in shape and they qualified and they have the money to go compete, they should just for the experience. The expectations are super low here, everybody, but you need to go feel it. Because I'm telling you, how do I know? How can I say that? Because I fucking have competed. So whenever these things are, like, that's great, he has a solid point, but that's literally only a part of it. You're only part right because you need the experience. Because whenever I went to a show and I'm preparing for it, and it's like, hey, I'm in shape. And Hani said, you need to be in better shape because you have a nerves problem. Because at the other show, you went from looking great 3 days before, and I was excited, to being an absolute fucking shitbox nightmare. So with this next show we're doing, we can't let the nerves affect you. And how do you know if the nerves are going to affect you? But then you also have to have an experienced coach to be able to fill you up and peak you properly. So, I mean, with this instance, like, he has a point. He's partially right. But in the other regard, it's like, dude, if somebody's in shape and they qualified, and even though they have a lot of time, they need to see what it's like to be on a national level stage, junior nats, USAs. Because at a regular show, guess what, dude? If you're in shape, good chance you're going to win.
Yeah.
But then when you go to nationals, everyone's in shape to a certain degree. And if you have no experience there, your nerves might get to you like that. And dude, they can hit and fuck everything up in the snap of the fingers. That's why I snap my fingers. And that's also important. So you might have qualified, but it's whatever you want to do. It's also your show, but you can't take away the importance of experience as well. You have to take that into consideration. That's all I point. Is that all, Hayden?
That's all I had.
Do you have anything to add to that, Robert?
No, I mean, it's the same thing in the endurance space right now. Because, like, there's a lot of endurance influencers that are doing Ironmans for the first time and all this shit. And they're all great at practicing and training and posting their Strava stuff and all of that shit. Yeah, it's showing that, yes, you would compete with the top 1%. And then you go and run a 70.3 and you do it in 5 hours and 33 minutes, and you just talk for 3 months how you're going to turn pro in Ironman. It's like, and the same for the guys that are exclusively riding their fucking bike in a garage and not doing the miles outside. You might have the highest FTP and the best bike workouts on the planet. If you've never been on a fucking straightaway when you got 30 mile per hour crosswinds and you got a full disc wheel on the back of your bike and how to handle that, like, you don't learn that in a fucking garage.
Nope.
You know, so it's like you said, the one thing I missed my first 2 Ironmans was just race experience. Like getting out there and learning how many fucking things can go wrong throughout the day and how you combat that. It's not just fitness, it's your nerves, it's your fucking nutrition. It's if you've never been climbing mountains, you live in the fucking south and there's no hills ever, and then you come to the north and do a hilly course, it's all relative. So it's like, if you experience is just as important.
I agree.
And a coach isn't going to crush that. They're going to let you find that out on your own.
Yeah, you need to, so that way then you'll listen better.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, he does have self-awareness.
Yeah, for sure.
He does have self-awareness, which is a great quality, but it's the experience is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Life.
It will get you. Yeah.
Dude, that's just being young. You know, whenever I watch these, it's like, these are grown adults. Mm-hmm. You know, those 2 are grown adults too, but they're, 24, right? Yeah, dude, there's so much to learn. When I was 24, it was like, holy shit. So much to learn, so much to experience. And there's literally only one way to learn, and that's to experience it all. And that's to do some dumb shit, some exciting stuff, and that's just how it fucking goes. Yeah. I was so smart when I was 24.
Oh my God. I don't even know what I was doing.
I was training to turn pro.
Yeah.
I just won the Pittsburgh. I'm going to be training for nationals right now when I was 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else? What else you got, Ty? You got something else in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking
here we
of
go. He's all fired up. Listen to that voice. Yeah. So
That's
HWMF
the
talking.
HWMF, yep. Code notebook.
it works. Speaking of qualifications, I just want to know what are your thoughts on going to the Olympia and there's 60 guys for classic, 60 or 70 guys for men's physique, 70 to 100 girls for bikini. Do you think there is a solution to narrow it down? Because I mean, you look at men's open, you usually have 12 to 15, 20 at the very most. And you guys were talking about on the podcast the other day, there's not that many pro open shows left this year.
Yeah.
And the shows that are left this year are going to be damn competitive. But then no knock on classic or men's physique, but every weekend there's 5 shows in the US for each one that you've never even heard of before.
There's so many. I don't have an answer, a solid solution, because it's also a business. You know what I mean? And owning a business, you have to understand that businesses need to run like a business. But the Olympia having 60 fucking dudes in classic, that's excessive. There's got to be a way to bring that down. There's got to be a way to narrow that down.
I just feel like it takes away from the prestige of it almost.
It definitely does. That's the hard part, but it's also at the same time that's what they have in place right now. I don't know if there's we were talking on Bro Chat about maybe there's some type of what did we call it, an initial round to be able to go to the Olympia. You're going to get the first looks on fucking Thursday. There's actually that's when everybody's there and you're this is the field. There's 60 guys, but then they narrow it down to fucking 25 guys to go on to Friday to compete. But then Friday, and then you got to compete Saturday too. But it's how do we cut down on the, it's so much cutting down on the time for the Olympia, fucking prejudging, night show, streaming service, all that stuff. It's 60 dudes. At some point, they're all going to look the same. It's going to happen. It's not I don't care about the fucking 60 dudes. I'm going to pay attention to the top 10, and that's what I'm going to look at. It's not not caring. It's just, it's a human action, in my opinion, that would be holy fuck, I can't even keep track. This is ludicrous. This is ludicrous. So it's an initial round that would be these are the top 25 guys that are going to go.
Mm-hmm. And I also feel it also screws over the open guys.
100%.
Every year they tell them they're going to go on at 9 o'clock, and then there's some years they don't go on stage until at midnight.
And then people are they didn't look good, and it's dude, we're capturing lightning in a bottle with a 250-pound fucking bodybuilder.
Yeah, it's tough to peak that, and let alone do it at night.
Yeah, at fucking 9 o'clock at night. It's bullshit, in my opinion. But it's the reality of it. The bikini thing is 90 competitors.
Holy shit.
Because there's no, if you win a show, you get to go to the Olympia. So that's that part where it's how do we do this? How do we go through it all? I don't know. I don't have an answer because it's not it's 40. If it was 40, it's still manageable. Mm-hmm. It's not 40. It's 60, 70 people.
And the thing with
bikini, in each class except open bodybuilding and 212.
Yeah.
And the thing with bikini too that's so tough is that the less less muscularity you have in that division, the closer the competitors are going to look to each other. So it's I don't know how you tell the difference between 90 girls that are very, very similar.
Yeah, they're at some point you're the past 20 have all looked the same.
Yeah.
The blonde one with the red suit. Okay. It's guess who? You know what I mean? Dropping down the people and you're oh, the blonde one in the red suit. All right, so that's 17 of them. Fucking wild. Yeah, it's I don't have a solution. That's something that would be, it's very intricate because there's fucking, how many shows? There's 60 shows worldwide for a classic. That's more than one a weekend. There's only 52 weekends in a year. They're all over the world. So it's a bit much. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they care to change because it's the rules and what they have in place now. Like I said, it's also a business and people can't forget that. can't forget that you have to operate a business.
I do get like the whole, like, is it taking away from the prestige of being there?
Yeah.
And the only reason I can like kind of relate to it, Ironman just completely changed how you qualify for world championships.
Oh, really?
Hey, we just talked about that.
Yeah, like it's 100% performance based entry.
Oh boy.
And so this is how high level, if you go into an Ironman race, you win your age group, first in your age group, guaranteed slot to world championships, rightfully so. Every other slot allocation, every competitor out there doesn't depend on the age group. It's a giant pool of performance is by the raw fastest times.
Holy shit.
And then, which I don't know if I agree with this or not, but anyway, the older you are, the better chance you actually have at qualifying for world championships, because you'll finish the race, you'll have your time, and then based upon your age group finishing at a world championship, they multiply your time by like a factor. So 35 to 39 age group, you multiply by 1.01, but then 55 to 60 gets multiplied by 0.83. So like it will, if you guys run the identical time, once you apply the factor,
They reduced.
they would get your slot. So that's not as much of a concern of mine, just because that's usually how it is anyway. The older people always have a better advantage at going to world championships.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Just because of experience and time in racing, and then financially being able to afford to go.
The business side.
Yeah. But this, I 100% agree with it, because now, like, it used to be before, if you'd go to an obscure race, like say in another country, it could, like, these people, they never have an option to go to world championships because of travel being just so fucking crazy. But like as an American, you could travel there, finish 35th, and with the roll down process, you could still stamp a ticket to world championships.
No shit.
So like the way I looked at it before, like even in my case, like when I first qualified for the 70.3, I took 15th place, but because of a roll down, I got a ticket. I came in 10th at fucking Florida, and I still got a roll down because the top 4 guys already had tickets. So it rolled down to me, 10th place. I was the last one in my age group to get it. In my eyes, it should have always been capped at 10, like the top 10 in your age group. If it rolls past there, no one gets the slot. You move on.
Move on.
Yeah.
But it's the business side.
Yeah. So, but now they said they're like, we want the most elite of elite to show up in fucking Kona and compete at a high level. That's what we want.
They're going to get more competitive though.
Oh, very.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Got anything else, Ty?
Yeah, I got another one for you. This one's a little different. But we talk about baseball a lot because of my past with baseball and SJ getting into it. And just like, as you're watching him grow and develop, if he told you baseball or bodybuilding, which one would you have him go for?
Baseball.
Baseball?
Baseball.
Yeah.
But it's, what I'm learning with kids growing up, and this is something that I'm learning. I have a 17-year-old and an 11-year-old and a 5-year-old. So you only get so much. And then whenever that kid starts thinking for themselves, that kid starts thinking for themselves. And I look back at myself and I'm like, I started thinking for myself. So me and my dad fought a lot because I started telling my dad, fuck you. Even though I'm like, what business did I have to stand on to speak to my father that way? I was living under his roof. But at the same time, he kind of made me him. Yeah, it's his fault. Still his fault. Fuck him. Because he raised me, and I worked with him every day from the time I was 12 years old until I was 17, and I'm running I'm in his shop, planning out, moving kitchens around, all these things, and he'd be like, "You're supposed to do it this way," and I'm like, "Dude, fuck you, dude. We're doing it this way because it's better and it's more efficient." And he's like, "I told you to do it this way." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck what you said." Like, so it's, I look back and I'm like, at some point, you know, you start thinking for yourself, no matter what your parents say about how much they care about you, how much they love you, they're worried about your health, they're worried about your feelings, they're worried about your mental state. At some point, dude, it just becomes like that kid's dead set on something and they're going to do it. Similar to what you're doing now. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody changing your mind. It doesn't matter. It does not matter what anybody thinks. And it takes a special person to be able to go after some of these things. So it's kind of like you need to make sure that, you know, your guidance, you as a parent, I also have to understand my boundaries because it's not my life as well. If it's my life, I'm going to do what I want to do with it. If it's their life, I can only do so much. They are not going to live. They aren't going to live their life based on what I want it to be. That is a recipe for disaster. So, but if he asked me, I don't know, man. I don't know what he's going to do. All I know is that motherfucker has a motor. He likes baseball. Like, he loves baseball. That's all we do at my fucking house. And he can throw, he can catch. His coordination is wild. But I'm also like, it's okay. People telling me, they're like, hey, dude, that kid doing that's pretty tough. I'm like, oh, nice. Hey, you should do it more. 100 a day. Like throwing the ball off the net and catching it.
Yeah, I was watching that video. I was impressed by that. Yeah.
See, Hannah was like, hey, him doing this is a big deal. And I'm like, no, it's not, babe. I was like, he throws the fucking ball at the net and then he catches it. And she's like, I have over a dozen messages from dads and moms, baseball dads and moms saying, hey, what he's doing is pretty incredible. And I was like, damn it. But I don't know. I think whatever he wants to do is cool. If he gets into bodybuilding, I'm just going to make sure he understands, you know, the risks. And I think, you know, you and I have many discussions about the way you're handling your stuff is what I think I should have done. And the only reason I'm saying that is because of some of the issues that I've went through and how we can mitigate those out with you and still get the same results. You know what I mean? The liver toxicity, the blood pressure, the raising the resting heart rates. How can we take some of those things out and make sure we're growing at a crazy degree, but also just keeping in concern some of the big ones. But if he chose to do those things, I'd do the same thing I'm doing. You know, hey, this is your life. You do what you want to with it, but let's do it this way. Yeah. I think he's going to be a cross-country runner. Dude runs.
Yeah, he don't stop.
Oh, bro, last night he just running. Fucking. All right. Let's do a few of them. We'll do a few of them and then head out. One of the top ones is Hannah saying, how much do you love me?
Oh.
Fucking mom. She's like, did you see my question? I'm like, yes, I saw it.
Yeah.
A lot. So Lee Priest, he's like, he always has fun comments and everything.
Yeah.
He's like, you look like Aaron Eckhart, the actor with the mustache. And I'm like, I'm a big Aaron Eckhart fan. That's fucking, yeah. He didn't have a mustache in The Dark Knight.
No.
Yeah. He had a Fu Manchu in Aaron Brockovich. Yeah.
He did.
He did thick one. He has I looked it up. Strong. Look him up real quick. Aaron Eckhart. Aaron ECK Hart. With mustache. See, no mustache. With the mustache. Look at his strong fucking stash. Dude.
Yeah, it's solid.
Good God. Look at that thing. Somebody called my mustache a dick sweeper. Or dick broom.
Dick broom, yeah.
Yeah. Now, that's a serious dick broom. David asked a question. Who's funnier, Chris Farley, David Spade, or Adam Sandler? Man. Just off the top of my head. Funnier, Chris Farley.
Yeah.
Whose movies do I like the best? Adam Sandler.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. I like the Sandler movies, but Chris Farley and fucking Tommy Boy, literally that's...
Like Chris Farley humor is like you're in tears, like, and you need like a minute. It's so funny, you know.
Dude, it's fucked
like
up.
even like the little skits, like the SNL stuff was like
Or
fucking.
the Patrick Swayze skit is one of my favorites.
Dude.
I wish I could move like that. You know, I don't have that. Don't have it. This guy, a couple motorcycle questions because of the FUWAD thing. Have you or do you currently ever ride a motorcycle? No. We'll never do it again. What do you think about while doing cardio? Life. Everything.
I think of everything.
It is doing long sessions is like how you do your stuff. I don't know how you handle it. I've gotten doing that hour and a half. I did an hour and a half last night. And I'm like, dude, you start pushing into a world. You're like, I'm not looking at my phone anymore. I'm just going to stare at the wall because it's more entertaining than my phone. And then I just think about life. I think about how I treat Hannah, how I handle my children, how I handle myself at work. It allows for a lot of self-reflection. And I think it's relatively important, even though, like, even if it happens little by little of getting better at things, but that's what that's where I get. Because even when I sit in the sauna afterwards, I can't look at anything because it's so fucking hot. I'm like,
yeah, like I
focus on breathing. Sorry.
Like when I do like my long bike rides, like they're like 5+ hours, like I'll start with music and then at some point I go silent.
Yeah.
Like I can't handle any other outside influence. I don't really think about anything at certain points. Like it just all goes away. Like it's just fucking silence. I hear the bike and I stare through the fucking wall.
And I think about everything I do. I have a hard time. Like I said this last night. I was talking to Adlin and I said about my routine and how that workout I did an hour and a half on the stepper. And then I sat in the sauna for 15 minutes. Hot as fuck in that sauna. And it wasn't enough to clear my head completely. Like to feel better. And I was like, I got done and I'm like, fuck me. The driveway workouts, they will fuck me up. And I'll start to like reflect on like life. Like, oh my God, that was ruthless. Like my heart felt like it was going to, I did an hour and a half intervals for 30 minutes and wasn't enough. And I'm like, fuck, I'm getting in good shape. But yeah. This one, are we still going to do legs with our pants off together? No.
Not anymore. No. Change my mind. No.
Change my mind. Trying to see a couple good ones here. Opinion on site injections, not synthol. I believe in them, yes. I like the localization of it for certain products. I like the inflammation from certain things in certain muscle groups just because it looks cool. It also adds an effect to your workout. I'm big on rounding off the muscle groups. I think it's important. I like it. Just personal, though.
Me too.
I as well. Wonder where you go. I'll be darned. There's a fucking ton here. What's your cycle now? I take 100 milligrams of testosterone every 3 to 4 days, and then probably going to add some growth in again soon. Yeah.
I got a new source for Sarah today.
Oh my God.
No, no. But that's what I take right now, and I really would like it to be a little more. But I think that I like where I am. I like how my body's operating. I feel good. Apparently, this is a question I saw in here like 10 times: how much younger I look without the beard. And listen, the beard maybe added a couple years, but then taking a good bit of gear does age you. Okay, it does.
Yeah.
Especially at the dosages I was taking. Stress will rip your fucking heart through your asshole and never give it back. Stress will fucking just make you look like complete dog shit. But I will say this: over the past 6 months, I have put like my internal organ health as a priority with Heart Plus, Liver Plus, Joint Plus, Multi Plus, liposomal glutathione, NAD plus. Cellular health is at a priority, and I think that is one of the reasons that I do look better and look a little younger. Still don't look young, but We'll take that. Just scroll, big scroll. What are your thoughts on cardio after a workout? Yes. Fuck, marry, kill. Steroids, cookies, and bourbon. That's not good. Hey, those all should not be a strong part of your life. You can't do that. I can't marry any of those. Yes, and I have them every day. That's a bad thing. Can't have cookies every day.
No.
You know what I'm doing? This is what I'm doing. I'm killing bourbon. I'm marrying steroids and fucking cookies.
Yeah.
I can live my life without cookies, and I just have this passion and love like no other for steroids. Mm-hmm. I don't need bourbon in my life. That just doesn't do me any good. A lot of post more stuff to YouTube. Good God. Favorite dinosaur? Great question.
It is a good question. Never thought about it.
I am excited for the new Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
So who was I talking to? Who said that? Somebody was like, really looking forward to the new Jurassic Park movie. And I'm like, actually, like, I am too. I can't wait. I'm like, I am big, like, dinosaur movie fan. He's like, Scarlett Johansson's in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, that's not even on my radar. I was just excited for the dinosaurs. But her being in it is a plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next licensing agreement. Step Brothers. White dog shit flavor. Break the internet. I will say this, just get ready for the holidays. Man, just more questions about flavors, dude. People are really excited about everything we did. What's the next one? Which one's your favorite? Favorite food. We'll end with when are you running a marathon? I might run a half marathon one day. I got to do a 5K. I want to do a 5K in a solid number 5K. Under 25-minute 5K I'd be pumped about that. Yeah. Top 5 exercises for back width. Do pull-ups. A lot of them really well. Favorite food. We'll end there because we've been here for a minute.
Yeah.
Favorite food. All-time top favorite food.
Pizza. Hands down.
Ty.
Probably Stromboli.
Oh, man, I did not see that coming.
I haven't eaten it since like 2020, but that's my favorite.
Big Stromboli guy.
Yeah.
Man, you got to tell Dean.
Like what
Dean?
kind? Like what do you get in it?
There's a family-owned restaurant back home that I go to, and it's just like cheese, pepperoni, and ham.
Yeah.
With the marinara sauce.
Yeah.
You know what? I need to ask. We need to have Dean on after the show because that fucking palate of his has had to go through this crazy transformation prepping because he's 6 days out from.
Yeah, dude.
He'll be in next week for Masters Nationals. Like his palate's got to be changed. Like favorite food for Dean. I don't know. It might have changed a million times.
He'll have a loaded answer.
The Stromboli thing just threw me completely off guard and made me think of him. And I'm wondering like where he would be in the realm of like his favorite food, but also like just the craziness of his palate and his cravings and how he's curved them this whole time.
Yeah.
What about you, Aiden?
Yeah, I'm probably with Bob.
Pizza.
Have to be, I think.
I can't not choose that.
See, I'm like, I get it. Pizza's never really on my radar because of what it does to the stomach, but I'm meat through and through. So in my head, I'm having a hard time with the burger or a steak. The burger or steak. I'm having a hard time. Yeah. I think I'm probably going to go, probably going to go burger. I've been complimented a lot on my summertime burgers. They're phenomenal. Diamond B Ranch meat. Josh Baker. Delicious red meat. Burger.
Yeah.
Ketchup, mustard, pickle, lettuce, American cheese. Land O'Lakes American cheese.
Yellow or white?
Yellow.
Yeah.
I'm American,
Yep.
not European. Good times today. I'm glad.
Yeah, that was fun.
This is fun. Thank you for your input, young Ty. But other than that, everybody, thank you for all the support. We're having a ton of fun. We got more cool shit coming. I didn't even mention. I just mentioned, Heart Plus, Liver Plus, Multi Plus, Joint Plus. We added Kidney Plus.
I'm pumped for that one.
It's a tremendous formula. I will say that our health line, it is one of the best health lines in the game. Heart Plus is the best heart product on the market. Liver is fucking phenomenal, and kidney is right there as well. Awesome. I love them. Everybody, thank you for all of the support. You guys have yourselves a wonderful motherfucking day. Give her a good slap.